How are you guys doing tonight?
Extremely well. We're playing Hammersmith Apollo tonight, so can't ask a better than that.
Is this probably the biggest venue you guys played in, or you played in?
Probably, it's got to be. Yeah, it's got to be.
Actually, you played in Hammersmith, isn't it?
Yeah, we've done download as well. So this is about 5,000 people.
Yeah.
And download was about 5,000 people as well. But this is definitely the biggest venue.
Yeah.
That we've played like that, and just to walk out on that stage during the sound check was absolutely incredible.
Awesome. So tell us, what's the experience like, touring with Black Label Society?
It's been amazing, man. Every night, it's hard work, all the stuff that goes on behind the scenes that no one else gets to see, but every night for 45 minutes, it all becomes worth it. And the response we've had from the crowds has been incredible. We're speaking to people afterwards, which has been awesome. And then at the end of it, we get to watch Black Label every night. So, could really ask for more, really.
They couldn't treat us any better either. Black Label have been like, the most coolest people you could imagine, and we didn't even know if we'd see the band much or see any of them, because they could have just
hang out with them or anything
they
like
could
that.
have just gone from from their bus to the stage and then back again every time, but they weren't. They've been hanging out and having a laugh with us, and it's been great.
Awesome. So what's the response been like, from the gig? And I mean, you guys have been with the Black Label supporting it, so for lots of people, like, they're seeing you guys for the first time. So what's the reaction on that side?
To me, that's the best one. I mean, it's incredible when you see people singing the words to your songs. That's amazing, and it just fires everyone else up. But it's amazing when you speak to somebody afterwards and they come say, "I've come to the gig, I've never heard you guys before, but you blew me away," or whatever. I bought a CD or a T-shirt, so. Awesome. It shows, whatever we do, we're doing something right.
There's been phenomenal reactions at all the venues. Yeah, it's been, we didn't know if we were playing in front of. It's interesting that JD, the bass player in Black Label, he's got another band, and on some of the American dates, that other band has supported Black Label, and he's gone, "We can't believe the numbers you're playing to, because when we've done these dates in America, we're playing to like 20 or 30 people. And you guys are going out in the venues and nearly full, completely full straight away. So it's been great.
Cool. So how did you guys get into Black Label? Like, how did they took you on tour with them? Like, where did it all started? Can you tell us anything?
Well, I think the thing is with Black Label, with most other bands, it's done through labels and management and all that sort of stuff. Ultimately, with Black Label, I think it tends to be more like they'll take out a band that they like. There's still business involved, but Zach only takes out bands that he likes, which is a huge compliment to us. We managed to get him a CD, and it just kind of went from there.
Didn't know people in the music industry acted that way anymore. It was all about the numbers and the record company politics and all that sort of stuff. And for someone, who's had a career like Zach and his stature of that, to say, I want to give this band a leg up. And so we first got the UK tour, and we was jumping up and down about it, couldn't believe it. And then we got an email back about, a week later or so, saying we'd like you to offer you the whole of Europe as well for 5 weeks.
Wow.
Would you be up for it? And we were like, yeah. So
Awesome. Did you guys sign with any labels?
No, we're unsigned.
That's even more odd, but it's a good achievement, isn't it?
It's great.
You're not the first person to say that on this tour.
No, we're completely unsigned, and it's a funny one, isn't it? It's this music industry at the moment where you can doing things like playing the capacity crowds at download.
Yeah, it all goes via the official channels and shit like that.
So, and go on tours of this level but we're doing the best we can to get around on it. But it's great.
So far, you guys released 2 EPs. So is there going to be an album you guys working on? Obvious question that comes in.
There will be.
Yeah, it all depends on obviously this tour, and then if anything comes off the back of this tour. Yeah. But we should have an album out by the end of the year, hopefully.
Materials there.
Yeah. So I guess you guys are looking for a label as well.
That's the thing. It's all to do with what sort of shape we're in when we get off this tour, because it could go so many different ways. We could bounce back onto another tour, and then and then hit festival season after that, and then next thing you know, it's like July, August, and you're like, all right, still got to do this album. Yeah. So we're really just sort of rolling with it and seeing what happens, But we've always said that when we put the album out, it needs to have the right backing, and it needs to, it needs to have being pushed. So that's why we put the EPs out, and so when we do the album, it's going to be the right time, because we just don't want it to get buried. We want it to,
do it justice.
Yeah, exactly. Take your time and do it perfectly. Even if you have to do it for once time.
Exactly.
Cool. You guys are playing in Hammersmith this year again.
Yeah.
That's also another good achievement.
Yeah, for that, we've the European dates tend to go, you've got 2 days playing, and you've got 1 day off. And it just so happens we were able to swing it with Hammerfest that I can't remember exactly which cities it. I think we finish up in Italy,
Yeah.
and we've got a day off. So after we play Italy, the 4 of us are flying back to North Wales, play the show there, jump on a plane and fly down to Madrid and complete the last few days of the BLS tour. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
But I guess that's the hard work, isn't it?
Well, it's going to be great. I'm looking forward to it. What an adventure as well, Just,
last time at Hammerfest, so.
Hammerfest was cool, definitely. And we're on the second stage this time because we did the pub stage last year.
Yeah.
So it'd be cool to be on the second stage, quite high up on that stage as well.
And that's a bigger stage as well.
Yes.
So
it's going to be good.
A bit of promotion for you guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. The songs you guys write, do they have any story behind it? I mean, is there any
lyrically or
lyrically? Yeah.
Well, Glenn, our singer, does most of the lyrics. I'm afraid you have to ask him about that.
Our frontman Glenn, he writes pretty much all of the lyrics.
Okay.
And I think he draws from all sorts of different stuff. So, I mean, I think some stuff might be based on reality, and some stuff may be based on just even a film, watching a film and getting an idea or something. I mean, Funny Tough and the Crazy Brave came from that. That's actually a quote. That's one of our songs, and it's one of the EP. It's the second EP, and that's a quote from Full Metal Jacket.
Cool.
And,
Brothers in Arms, I think, was just kind of just the situation we were in, and all the shit you have to deal with, and
a lot of it is like thinly veiled references to being in a band and just being out there struggling to do anything.
Linking things to the reality.
I think the cool thing about lyrics is they might mean something very specific to him, but if other people can read them and maybe interpret them and kind of relate them back to something, nobody goes through exactly the same stuff, but hopefully they'll mean something.
That's great. So what's the plan after the tour? Like,
go to sleep.
I don't know what sort of state we'll be in by that point, but I think it's just keep on, keeping on.
Keep on going.
Well, we're a live band. We play live rock, and we're always going to do that. So I think I'd love to just get another tour. I'd love to, I'm loving being out on this one. So cool. That'd be.
What's the musical influence that drives you to the sound you play? Like,
How long have you got?
A lot of influences. Individually, we're all, this band's we're all into together, and individually, we go off on tangents. Listen to funk and
from AC/DC to ZZ Top, pretty much, and everything, across the alphabet.
A lot of blues, and that sort of stuff. I think we've quite a wide musical thing. We as a whole, as a unit, we listen to a lot of classic rock. We listen to a lot of stuff in the 70s. We all dig stuff like Sabbath and Zeppelin and all the great Deep Purple, and there's always something going on like that. About that.
And everyone kind of connects to the same point, I guess. Same dot.
Exactly.
I don't think when we write, you don't try and sound like
you don't write in a specific style.
Yeah, you don't want to sound let's write like Thin Lizzy or Aerosmith or whatever. It just comes out. But everything you do is subconsciously taken from stuff like that. I mean, some people say we've got a slightly southern sound. It's like we're from Croydon, Andover, and Reading in England. We didn't grow up in a swamp, but if you listen to enough Leonard Skinner and the Allman Brothers, ZZ Top and stuff, then it makes you, it has an effect on your sound, so it just shapes it that way.
Stuck Mojo, man, my favourite as well. Awesome man.
Yeah,
it's all about the life of the Stuck Mojo.
I've had a lot of all the guys in BLS that I've spoken to today have commented on this, so it's obviously a good t-shirt to wear today.
Definitely. Alright guys, good luck for the tour.
Thank you very much.
And hopefully see you guys. Is there going to be, last question, is there going to be any local shows in London and stuff? Because you're a London band.
There will be. Honestly, I don't know if anything's booked.
I don't know. I did hear a rumour from the agent that there was something coming up in May at the Barfly, but I don't know.
But after all that Hammerfest,
all the websites and all the Facebook and MySpace and that stuff, it'll all be on there as soon. I mean, we're kind of focused on this at the moment. No doubt we'll get back and get told, next Friday you're at wherever. So just keep an eye on the websites, really.
Cool, man. Cool. Thank you so much for doing it.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.